Hello, and a very warm welcome to our panel, Berlin, Innovative and Open for Business. I'm Markus Facklam, Senior Manager at Berlin Partner for Business Technology, and the moderator of today. Before we start, a quick note. You should find on the right of your screen a little widget where you can type in your questions. If you have any questions, please ask them. We will have a little Q&A after this panel. You should find a Zoom link below your window, considering you're not on full screen. If there are questions, we will directly guide you via the Zoom link to the session and ask the fellow panelist. But now let's start with our panel. Let me introduce you who is with me today. Starting to my left, Professor Dr. Monika Gross. She is the Vice President of the German Rectors Conference and former President of the Boyd University for Applied Science. Next to her is Erik Wiegard, the CEO of the Werner-von-Siemens Centre for Industry and Science. To his left, Thomas Henn, the co-founder of VIRTENIO. And last but not least, the CEO of Berlin Partner on Business and Technology, Dr. Stefan Franzke. Dr. Franzke, I would like to start with you. The industry sector in Berlin has a long-standing tradition. The latest project assumes that the future will be bright. Could you please give us an overview about the industry sector and the project?
Yeah, for sure. It is surprisingly often when I say that Berlin has a strong industry with its 110,000 employees and workers. Over the next minute, I will give you some examples for this. First example is the digital factory of Daimler. 3 weeks ago, Daimler subsidiary Mercedes-Benz announced that Berlin is the place for the digital factory campus. A fully digitalized model factory will be created there, from a former diesel angel plant to a pioneer for all 30 Mercedes plants worldwide. Technologies from the field of AI and IoT and blockchain are used there. How good Berlin is leading in these fields. Daimler is supported in this by Siemens. Siemens itself decided 2 years ago to initiate one of the largest corporate projects in Berlin's history with an investment of over €500 million. I'm sure that Erik Wiegard from Siemens will show us some insights of this amazing investment later. Second example is another very well-known car manufacturer. Tesla has dominated the headlines for months and is planning the most modern gigafactory in the world in the capital region Berlin-Brandenburg. Tesla will start with the production of Model Y. Future vehicle models for global markets will soon be designed, developed, and produced in the capital region. Up to 12,000 employees are currently being hired for this purpose. Product technologies and product methods in the gigafactory will be state-of-the-art. This is where the most powerful battery systems as well as innovative drive units and power electronics are developed and shipped around the world. And I'm sure that our awesome universities will help them. The last example is the Henkel Innovation Hub. The digital future of the 140-year-old German company is in the brick backyard in Berlin. That is also typical for Berlin. Furthermore, a fun fact is typical. The location is above a very popular club. So people were able to work and live in a very creative and attractive part of the city. It is from here that the group's digitalization projects are driven forward, including the city's unique innovative ecosystem, which is a multitude of technology startups. These 3 examples give an insight into the attractiveness and agility of local and emergent industries in Berlin. And if you ask me why the industry are open new activities in Berlin, the answer is very simple. It's all about the universities with their great technology offerings. It's the ecosystem of established players and startups in an open society. And it's the story of the huge international talent pool.
Talking about talent, Professor Gross, the presence of highly skilled international talents is one of the main reasons why Berlin is the choice for many investors, international companies, and startups. Please give us your view on the talent situation in Berlin and tell us why it's so interesting, especially for the industry sector.
Well, this is very easy. In Berlin, currently, around 200,000 students are enrolled in comparison to 120,000 in Munich. So, the international companies have the best chances for recruiting young talents. Half of these students come from the main universities like Freie University, Humboldt and technical universities, and 20% of those are already international students. At the universities of applied sciences, there are around 50,000 students enrolled, and then we have a variety of art colleges and smaller private universities. For the classical universities, you all know the approach to academic education is based on the latest research, as you are familiar with. But at the universities of applied sciences, the approach to academic education relies on both the latest research aligned with real work skills. So a significant practical application of skills is always developed in cooperation with partners of industry. So therefore, companies can recruit both graduates with a more theoretical background as well as with an additional practical one. The range of academic fields here is wide, and with very strong engineering and computer science faculties, and we have multiple life science departments. One specific area I want to focus on is the Einstein Center for Digital Future, and that gives even more opportunities for recruiting very specialized talents. There, digital research is conducted in areas of health, industry, society, and always in cooperation with more than 30 companies and organizations. Perhaps there are even more interest of you to come and join the Einstein Center for Digital Future.
Sounds at least very interesting. Mr. Wiegard, Dr. Franzke was mentioning the Siemens Stadt 2.0, 2.0 already. It is 70 hectares, it is 600 million euros. It is the largest single project investment Siemens has ever made. Give us a bit of an overview about the Siemens Stadt 2.0, the Werner-von-Siemens Centre for Science and Industry, and tell us why Berlin.
Why Berlin? That's the question, because Berlin is the city where the Siemens company was founded and where we still live our tradition today. And Siemensstadt Square, which is the new name of Siemensstadt, will play a big role even as a place of future. And Berlin, what we've heard, has a lot of benefits. This is one of the biggest startup scenes internationally. We have a lot of talents here from the universities, and this is very attractive, even though for Siemens. And with a high number of excellent scientific institutes, we are working together, even though in the Werner-von-Siemens Centre for Industry and Science. And we want to realize our vision here with to unite the different innovative partners together in the Siemensstadt Square. So universities, research institutes, then we have the existing and new companies. We have small, medium enterprises, as well as startups and education institutes, which be part of the Siemensstadt Square. And together with these players and with the people which are living in the Siemensstadt Square, we want to shape the future of tomorrow. And what are the project goals? We want to develop an open, lively district where people from all over the world can live, learn, and work and research together with the partners. And this will be a CO2 neutral location with new future smart city and with innovative mobility concepts and an urban district with 2,750 new apartments. And the Werner-von-Siemens Centre for Industry and Science itself is the research campus of the Siemensstadt Square, with our main partners, the Technical University of Berlin, the Fraunhofer Institutes, and the Federal Institutes of Material, BAM, and with over 25 additional partners, we are researching together and want to share our knowledge even though. And we're doing this with our main partners in the area of production change, in the area of mobility and energy change.
Talking about potential partners, Mr. Henn, VIRTENIO, Berlin-based, Berlin-founded, has made the process from a startup to a scale-up. Please give us like a little bit information about the process and why Berlin was so crucial, like the business destination Berlin was so crucial to make it this far.
For us as an IoT company, it was really, really important to learn over the time since we started up to now and to get a lot of impact. So we are a company that develops monitoring technologies, consists of measurement devices and cloud-based analytics. We develop those products from a point in the past to the products that we do today. One big example is we have our CO2 traffic light that helps to ensure better air quality in schools and so on. And how did we did this? Now come to the point of the crucial points. A city like Berlin helps us to influence our own business projects. From day to day, there are so many input factors like trade fairs, conferences, and meetups. So it's really important always to learn, get some new inputs, and not just to write a business plan and then do the business, but always to rework your own projects. And this is so important to live here in Berlin because you have so many competitors and influencers that helps us always to question our own business, and this is a real important factor.
Nice, and good to hear. So I think it's fair to say Berlin is a highly innovative ecosystem for companies, for students. The question is, what will be your focus, your approach for the next couple of years to develop like within this ecosystem? Maybe, Professor Gross, starting with you.
Yeah, sure. Well, my university, the Beuth University of Applied Sciences, has the chance to influence and to develop the new urban tech republic, which will be built within the next 20 years in the northwest of Berlin. And our university will come with around 2,000 students in the field of urban technologies to help to get innovation in cooperation with industry. And that is very important for a University of Applied Sciences, that we have the direct contact with the companies and that our students can do their practical work, can do their graduate degrees in the companies and therefore help to develop Berlin in a more industrial way, not so much as it has been in the last years, just for fun.
Mr. Wiegard, I would think like this project might be like one of your focus areas for the next couple of years, but what else?
What else? I think with 11 places of the future that Berlin has, we have a lot of power here. And from my point of view, it's necessary to bundle these expertises that we have in these locations to even better face the challenges of the future together.
Understand for you?
Yeah, for us, no doubt, we want to grow, and therefore we need to improve our process to communicate with corporates, with partners, with customers here in the city. And there are so many opportunities, but we want really to improve the processes to create very practical projects with the partners, learning by doing, very quick learning, rapid learning. And this is our approach for the next years, to improve those processes together with this ecosystem here in Berlin.
How important is like a company like Berlin Partner, for instance, like to set up like a professional network? So let's say the students can connect to the companies, startups, scale-ups can connect to the students as well. So to build this cross-sector connection and network?
I think this is the base for everything. We need this business network for all of us so that we are able to bring the different peoples together, to innovate together. And we had a lot of support by the Berlin partners by building up this business network so that we really can start and now sitting here can discuss innovative topics.
Little switch of the topic, but it's like there's this constant battle for talent. What would be good advice from you to for companies when to reach out to talent and how to attract talent?
Well, there are multiple ways. One is, of course, with Berlin Partner, because the universities and the industry can come together in the network. The other way is that all universities have both career centers and at least the technical ones have a technology department where companies can address and ask for special people for conducting some research. We have the Center for Advanced Research, IFAF, where we develop special projects with companies, especially smaller ones who have not their own research facility, so that both can profit from each other in working together.
And maybe like from the corporate point of view, maybe you, Mr. Henn, go first. Like looking at your younger self, I mean, the company has been founded in 2010. What would be the advice you would give like the young entrepreneur starting the startup like in Berlin and this was maybe a good decision, maybe this wasn't?
Well, of course, it's always a good decision to found here, without a doubt. I have to say this. No, I'm joking. No. But really, what's important for young startups today? To be persistent. Learn from day to day. Never give up. Don't look for the great success startups, but never forget to make step by step and to be very tough. From day to day, learn, get a lot of inputs, use all the opportunities and events you can use, and do it. Do it. Don't dream, do it. That's my advice.
Kind of like this. Please.
And I can say, therefore, we in all the universities have special programs to support young students who are thinking of founding their own business, so that they have a good business plan and not just dream about the final success, but go step by step. And I think that's very important, that we integrate these modules in the study programs so that we can also initiate perhaps the idea in the young talents to go and found a startup.
Mm-hmm. Maybe additional, I think looking into the future, it's necessary that we're not only talking about technology innovation, we have to also talk about social innovation. So the new ways of working is one topic which is very important from my point of view for the future, to really have social skills here, to bring the ideas that we have at least into the industry. And this is more than just talking about technology, it's also a cultural change which has to be done.
It's incredible how the time is running, actually. So, Dr. Franzke, question to you. With getting like all those insights and all this information, how do companies, like especially international companies, get access to Berlin, the business destination Berlin, business location Berlin?
This is a really simple answer for that. Write me an email or contact me via telephone, because myself and my team are there to accompany your businesses here in Berlin. First of all, we want to talk about your business opportunities, and then we offer you a wide range of our service portfolio. For example, the mentioned future zone, Urban Tech Republic, could be a good place. Maybe there is another good place in Berlin. So we have a location service team. Then, especially for startups, money is a crucial thing often, and therefore we have financial service where there's the opportunity to have funds for innovation projects or for investments in talents or in infrastructure. And we organize this. Then, as we heard, that open network are very necessary to have a fast ramp up for the businesses, we open the networks in Berlin for you to get access to the suppliers, to the clients, to the universities, to the established industries, or to the startups. This is what we are doing, and we have our business immigration team, because in Berlin it's very special. Here in Berlin we have more than 190 different nationalities, so the word is in Berlin, a small one. And sometimes we have question, how about working permits for non-EU employees, and therefore we have a VIP service. So talk with us, and the best thing is all the services are free for you. We want you to change our economy, because we have high approach. Climate change is only not only a buzzword in Berlin. We want that you help us to create not only new jobs, but make the world better from Berlin.
How to reach out? You will find myself, you will find my dear colleagues, I think Friedemann Lotz and Sibylle Weimann at the networking platform for Hannover Messe. Feel free to contact myself or my dear colleagues. I just got the info, we don't have any questions so far, so we would skip the Q&A. We can all go home early today. To the entire panel, thank you very much. I really appreciate joining us today. To the audience at home, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you for joining us as well. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the conference. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.